Have you skated that rail since?
No, I don't think I've ever gone back there.
You got to. You got to get back up on that rail.
Hey, you kids, how many damn times I gotta tell you to quit draining my pool? Now fill it back up or I'm calling the police.
You always been this cranky old man, Hawk?
You kids are wasting your lives. No one's ever made a living riding a skateboard. Now get!
Ah, suck it! I know a much safer place for us to ride anyway. Let's go.
Yeah, Serge. We made this happen, my dude.
We did.
All right, so you're outside right now, huh?
Yeah, I'm in my backyard. Got a broken hot tub right here.
Nice.
Girlfriend Corey and my buddy's dog over there. It's kind of a cloudier day out here.
It's been raining though, right, out in Cali?
Yeah, it's been raining a few days a week for a couple weeks now.
Nothing quite like back home, though.
No, not even close.
That's funny. I know everyone out there that I talk to is just like, it won't stop raining. I'm like, it's 4 days, dude. It's only rained 4 days.
Like maybe 3 days in a row. It's like bugging out.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Well, let's start this at the beginning. So, where are you from originally?
I was born in Lowell, Massachusetts, but I grew up in the town right next to it, Drake, Massachusetts.
Drake it?
Drake, yeah.
Nice. What was that like?
It was good. It's like it's a farm town. There's like a couple farms. I grew up like playing soccer in that town.
Any good at soccer?
I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I think I was pretty good. I had fun playing. I played up until high school, and then skating kind of just took over after that.
Toot toot. That's you.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy to think that there's farmland next to Lowell.
Yeah. Lowell's like where the mills were, and then there was a couple farms. Like my parents' house is like basically right on a farm. It's called Brock's Farm.
Gnarly. That's
Like, like Kerouac Park, like the curved bench.
Yeah.
So basically, if you take a right out of that park and go straight, almost like perfectly straight over that bridge, and then up like maybe 20 minutes. That's like right up where like 25 minutes is like where I grew up.
Oh, sick, man. Yeah, like when
into woods.
Yeah. I was going to say, when I think of Lowell, I just think of, like, city kind of, like, mills and city life.
Yeah, because it's downtown, and then there's actually a couple parts of Lowell, too, that are, like, woodsy and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's kind of how, like, New Bedford and Fall River are. They're, like, city-like, downtown and all that stuff, and then you can, like, find horses next to the beach somehow.
Yeah, I get the same vibe from that area, like up for Lowell and Drake area too.
Okay, how old are you right now?
I'm 28.
Nice, congratulations, Serge.
I'm climbing the old ladder.
You made it, bro. You made it to 28.
For real.
How's it going?
Good. Yeah, I'm about to send it back home. I was just telling you the other day. About to send it back home to Drake it actually with my girlfriend.
That's sick.
Just try and settle down a bit more, I guess, that sort of thing.
Yeah. How did you what age did you end up getting your first skateboard?
I believe so my grandfather, my papu, that's what you call him in Greek, papu. He gave me a board when I was like super young, but he gave me like a cruiser board. But I didn't really take to it until I was like around 12, and then I was hanging out with a couple friends from like soccer, and they had skateboards. So then I asked one for Christmas. I believe I was 11 or 12 when I first got my like real board. I remember what it was too. It was a Jason Dill Alien Workshop.
What?
With Orion Trucks. I don't know if you remember that company.
Yeah, I remember Orion.
And then just like some random blank wheels.
I bet Orion's still around, like somewhere. I'm sure of it.
Probably.
That's cool. What got you sparked to want to skate? What was it?
So down the street from my grandparents' house, this kid Peter Grezik, he would like skate, and I would see him all the time, and I ended up he was family friends, so I'd end up like going hang out at his house, and he would like put on skate videos, and I remember like the first video I watched was Misled Youth.
Yes.
That right there was just like, damn, like I love this, like I definitely want to do this, and I just got kind of like hooked. Just like I feel like it's almost like that's like how it happens for a lot of people, you know, see your first skate video and you're just like, damn, this is super rad, like, and you just fall into that and, you know, try and skate like every day and get super hyped, and it's just like, I don't know, as a younger kid, I got super attached to it. I was just like, all I wanted to do was skate, like, that's it, really.
Were your parents cool with it?
Yeah, they were always, I don't think they realized, like, how much I loved it until I was probably, like, 14-ish, when I was, like, down in Lowell, like, trying to skate with, like, Dave and all them, like, every day, and, like, then I was, like, asking to go on trips and stuff like that, and then I think she got, like, the gist of it, like, oh, he, like, really wants to do this, and then I ended up, like I was saying, I quit soccer to skate, and then my mom was bummed about me quitting soccer, but, like, I mean, she was super supportive, and my dad too, like, and most of my family actually. I don't really remember anybody being like, "Oh no, you shouldn't skate." Like they kind of just let me do what I wanted to do.
Yeah, that's rad, man. I can't tell you, there's so many kids that their parents are just like don't want to be a skateboarder because it's just like grimy.
Yeah, you know, exactly.
Or it can be.
Yeah, it definitely can be. Yeah, I can see where people's or kids' parents would get like skeptical about them, like, oh, it's skateboarding with like a bunch of older kids, especially like, oh, it's because was not really an age group to skating. It's like an 8-year-old kid can like nowadays like be so good. It's like absurd.
Yeah, and just be hanging out with the older dudes and be like, get
like my age, like almost 30, 12-year-old kids and shit.
Yeah. How did you meet Dave?
So Dave, I ended up skating a lot with like Jay Clement, the Clement brothers, Jay and Justin, and Brad Miller.
Oh, they all shred.
Yeah, they all rip, and still do for the most part. But I ended up skating with them a lot, and then I would go to the parks in Lowell with them, and then I got introduced to like John Coyne and a couple other people, and then I just basically we were at the park one day, and I just ended up going to Dave's house, and obviously like everybody knew who Dave was, so I actually met him and Manny the same day at his house. And then from then on, I was just always like skating with them, like under their wing, you know. Yeah,
that's way sick, man. Yeah, everyone just knew. What was Dave doing like when you first met him? Was he like already sponsored or traveling or anything?
Oh my god, yeah, he was like going on trips like all the time. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he was skating for City Skateboards when I first was hanging out with him, and then. He skated for Audio and Venture and like FKD, which he's been skating on that for like ever. He was like going to SF all the time, and it was just like, oh shit, like this. I remember seeing like him being like the first person that I met like to go on trips and stuff like that, and like really doing it like that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. I feel like he is kind of like a trailblazer for that area, you know.
Oh my god, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because there's not, like, we're from a time, like, I'm 36, you said you're 28?
Yeah.
So, like, on the East Coast, like, there wasn't that many skateboarders, you know, when we started.
Yeah, especially not, like, going on tours. I remember I was like, holy shit, he makes money from skating? That's insane. Like, I remember feeling that way, like, oh, that's wild, you know?
That's so sick.
Yeah.
All right, so how did your crew out there form? Like, I just remember seeing you guys in the, I want to say Thanks Camera video, but I was just like, how are there so many motherfuckers that are this good? You know, like this good, and like, how did this happen?
It was a lot of, like, so the park that we grew up skating was, like, Hadley Park, so there would always just be, like, new kids popping up everywhere, and we would all just skate there, like, a ton, and just, like, really just try and learn as much as we can. And then I remember, yeah, like starting to go out filming, and I kind of like made like a solid crew. Like all the older kids were already like doing that. Like a ton of my friends are already like going out filming, and then they like I would just skate at the park with them when I was young, and they like hooked me up and like brought me along, and I just like from there I was like super psyched. Like I filmed some tricks, and then like Justin Hogan, obviously that's kind of how I met you, skating with Hogan.
Yeah, Hogan. Shout out, Justin's the man.
Yeah, right, J-Ho. Skating when I was going out filming with him, I was like really psyched. I was like, damn, this is cool. Like all I want to do is film, and then like film video parts. So that's kind of what I love to do.
Yeah, that's by far the best part of skating for me too.
It's so awesome to like stack up footage and like watch it and see what you can do with it.
Especially when you have a big crew. That's what I was always like, dude, these guys have such a gnarly crew and everyone's so good. You could tell there was like energy. You guys were feeding off each other, like being competitive, but like friends, you know, like you could tell trying to make a better video part or whatever.
It was like all the Stricket dudes and then Lowell, and then we had like the Leominster crew, and then we have like the Nashua kids up there.
Yeah, that's a sick that's the sick thing about coming from New England is it's like it's so divided, but it's still so tight knit. You know, it's so close. Everyone has to interact and see each other, and you end up skating. You could skate like 5 different states and so many different cities and meet all these people. It's crazy.
Yeah, in a couple of days you could hit like so many different cities like that.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Connecticut, Hartford, and that area too.
And it just breeds like all these different crews. Providence too, right? Rhode Island.
Yeah.
That's gnarly. So, where do we go from there? You're skating. What was your first like opportunity to travel or like a hookup or something that you didn't expect to happen?
So for the first time I really went somewhere far to skate was Florida. Because we like met a bunch of homies from Florida, or like Dave and them already knew them. Dave and Manny like knew them from going out there before. So like I like went for like I think just like a week or something like that. Like we drove out, and that was fun. I ended up going back there for a bunch of winters in a row. So yeah, Florida, I like was super hyped to go. I remember asking my mom, I was like, "Can I go to Florida to skate?" She's like, "What the hell?" It's so and like it'll be okay. And then yeah, she ended up being cool with it. But as far as things that I didn't expect to happen, just kind of like everything, just getting free stuff like for skating. You know what I mean? Like boards, shoes, like that was. I was like really, really fucking hyped on that as a kid. Like, even like a board, you know.
Yeah.
That's such a spark to like motivate yourself. Like.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of just like it's like justification. Like you worked hard and like someone liked you enough and thought that you were killing it and that you're pursuing it and that they wanted to help you along the way is like that's like a sick thing, you know.
Yeah, it's so exciting, you know. I just remember like being like the happiest to getting boards and just like trying to skate as much as possible.
Yeah. So how many of those Thanks Camera? Was there 3 videos?
Yeah. There was 4.
Sick.
So there was Thanks Camera, the first one, then Thanks Camera 2, Hello Goodbye. That's what in that one I shared a part with Jay and Justin Clement, and that was like kind of the first time I'd ever like really worked to like have a part in something.
Yeah.
And then Justin made the third one, and I had like just been skating with him a ton, so like I just there was like all that footage, you know, came out in that. And then the fourth one, he had moved to New York, so I would go to New York and skate with him a bunch. And then all while that too, there was like the Shape crew, like Pat Doffro, Demas, and that's Dave and Manny too. It was like Thanks Camera and Shape, like Shape Deuce. So there was like the first video for that was Shape around the same time as. I don't know, I'm bad with time frames and years like that, you know, but...
But you guys were heavy, and you had 2 different crews rolling and making videos and stuff. That's so crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely, I love, like, looking back on all those times and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It's, like, older and, like, kind of dispersed now, but, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, that tends to happen. It's like everyone... tries to find their way somehow and keep going, you know. And it's like you lose people along the way, and then you connect with them again, and like it's crazy.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, I feel like that's just like how life is. You know, you get older, you're like, oh, I gotta figure something out to like survive. You know, like work and all that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, and people go through crazy shit too, like especially in skating. It's like some dudes take like gnarly injuries and it like derails their skating, or you know.
I've had 2 knee surgeries, and then this past year I broke my foot like really bad.
Gnarly.
So yeah, I'm kind of slowed down for right now myself. You know.
Yeah, you got to let that shit heal for sure, though.
Yeah. It's like more like it was such a. Like I had my second knee surgery, and that was like a meniscus repair. So I just pulled out like a bunch of like broken meniscus that couldn't be repaired, and I did physical therapy, and then got back into skating. I was feeling really, really good, and then out filming one day, I ended up like I was trying to start out a line with like kickflip, just like 9 or 10 stair. I just like lined for like a couple hours, so I was weak, just like bailed a kickflip weird and folded my foot, and it like broke my 3 middle toes. Which is like the weirdest thing, but they broke like perfectly. So I just had to get a boot, no surgery or anything like that. But that one, it hurt so bad, and like I'd never really broken my foot. I broke a growth plate in one of my feet when I was young, but that was just like a month thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it like hurt so badly. I thought I was gonna need surgery. And then like after that ended up healing, I waited like a long time to skate because
No, we're losing connection. I'm gonna call him back. Actually, I'm gonna call him back on just the phone. That way, we don't have to deal with this breaking up stuff. Let's see if this works. Hey, Serge.
hey, he got cut off, huh?
Yeah, let's go just audio and see if this connection's better.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Yeah, so I actually broke my toe not that long ago. Well, it's been years now, but like, dude, it lingered for years before it healed. I broke it at the joint, you know. So
yeah, which toe?
It was the one next to my pinky one on my pushing foot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude, and I just destroyed it, and I was just like, I would heal it back to like where I could skate on it, and then you just jump and take some impact one day, and it would just re-happen all over again, you know?
Oh my god, yeah. So on the same foot I broke these toes, I dislocated my pinky like knuckle before. So it's like that whole foot had been like broken, you know?
Yeah,
like, every like knuckle bone and like bone above my knuckle had been broken in that foot except for my big toe. So I would feel it like so much. Even still, like I'll walk around and feel like a sharp pain just walking around sometimes, like from where it recently broke. But yeah, man, toes are a weird one.
Yeah, no joke. And all you can really do is like let them heal and just try to massage them like back into place and try to stay off it.
That's what the doctor told me. He was like, yeah, well, they broke all in a row, but like, he was like, just literally do not like move your foot like for like 2 months. And I'm like, all right. So then I'm stuck on the couch, but I did pretty good with that. Like I literally didn't even like put any weight or move my foot at all. So everything healed up pretty solid. But it's such a pain in the ass. Like when you have bones that need to stay straight, you're just like, oh.
Yeah, you just have to like let it be, man. I just skated on it. Like I couldn't wait. I would like get it better, and then I was just like skate on it, and then it would happen again, and then. But now I finally got to the point where it doesn't feel like it would happen again, you know?
Yeah. I'm basically at that point too, but it's still a little scary. I just gotta get over it. I'm being kind of a bitch about it.
That's all right. I get it. I get it, bro. How'd you end up out west, Serge?
For the past few winters, or for a few winters in a row, I'd come out to visit Dave up in LA because I would get laid off from my work. I was working on power lines, and then I was working for this swimming pool construction company. Were
you climbing power lines?
No, I was I was doing like the bases, maintenance on the bases of the power line. So we would like dig down, and if the metal was like corroded and or like broken or bent or fucked up at all, we'd fix it. And yeah, we didn't go up like into the actual lines. That's like a whole different job.
Yeah, like my lady's father actually, he does like the tower climbing. I don't know if it's for, I don't know exactly who he does it for, but it's like pretty gnarly.
Yeah, dude, those towers are like sketchy, man. I wouldn't even.
I'm afraid of heights, bro.
Yeah, and like, not to mention like how powerful those lines are. You can like hear it when you're under them.
Yeah, that's gnarly.
I think the towers we would work on were 50 foot, and if it was like if there was any rain or anything, you could hear like this crazy buzzing, like it would like evaporate you if you touched it, you know.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it's sketchy for sure.
Okay, so you're doing this, you get laid off, and you're like, I'm going out west.
Yeah, I would like collect unemployment, and I would always like toss Dave like I don't know, like $200 a month to stay with them or whatnot, you know. So I'd be able to like skate basically all year round because I had summers and the nice weather at home. Then I'd come out here, and obviously it's it's winter in California, which isn't really winter.
Oh my God, you're spoiled, bro.
Yeah, I was super hyped on that, and then eventually I didn't want to go back to work there. I just kind of I was out here. I ended up getting with my girlfriend now, who's also from Drake. He was out here living with some friends down in San Diego. Random,
and you just met up?
Yeah. Basically, I was up in LA, and one of my other buddies came out to visit. So she had just moved here. Had been here for like I don't know a couple weeks or something. So we called her. I called her when we got down here, and we ended up kicking it off like that. And then I just stayed out here for like a while, and didn't go home to go back to work. So then I went home for a summer, saved up some more money, and then I just drove out here, and then I've been out here ever since.
That's nice. Did you take your car? You just drove your car across country?
Yeah, because my car was back in Massachusetts. So when I got home, I worked. I was like doing what's it called? Like house moving, like moving furniture and shit. You know?
Yeah.
Just whatever that I could save up to get out here and like try and live. So yeah, I just drove my car. Actually, she came home. She came back to Mass for like a month or so, and then she came with me on the drive out.
Oh, nice. That's sick. I've driven across the country twice, maybe more, but each time it was so sick, man. Just stopping and hitting places and skating and fucking camping life.
Oh, dude, yeah, I love it. We're about to do it again in 2 weeks to go back. I'm taking the same car.
Nice. She's alive. She's cruising.
For real, dude. I ended up buying. I just bought this like 2004 Nissan. I don't know, about 5 months ago.
Wait, what kind of car?
2004 Nissan Murano, and I drove it for like 5 months, and the transmission just blew on it. So
toast.
It's like great. Yeah, just good thing I didn't get rid of my old car.
Yeah, she's holding steady. You gotta keep that thing.
Yeah, for sure.
You think it's going? Is it gonna make it across the country? That's the question.
Yeah, no, it should be fine. It's a Ford Fusion, like 06. It's like a little fucking tank.
Nice.
I shouldn't have any problems with that. But yeah, I just been out here for the last, I think, 2.5 years. I would call it.
Yeah, that's a solid run.
Yeah.
What's prompting you coming back? Just fucking time, dude. Get the itch.
Yeah. Just I miss my family, and I want to like get more serious about like settling down with my girl and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
Just miss home and yeah, basically that.
That's cool, man. Yeah, well, I'm happy because we need more shredders like you back here.
Hell yeah, man.
It's been so sick, man. Just like during the summer and the nice weather, everyone does skate events or is working on a video part. So it's just like always something to do now here. It's amazing.
For sure. Dude, yeah, it's definitely grown there, huh?
Yeah, it's insane. And then in the winters too, it's like I live close to Skater's Edge, and then the Hive just opened up an indoor park, and like it's
Oh
just
yeah,
like
I saw that. Where is that one, the Hive?
New London, Connecticut.
New London. Okay, okay.
I haven't been there yet, actually. I'm trying to rally up the troops to get out there to skate it because it looks super fun.
Hell yeah, yeah, I seen that. It looks like a fun setup, and obviously Edge is like legendary. Everybody loves that place.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, it's been.
Goonin today.
Wait, say it again.
I just seen that edit of you and Goonin. That tail drop kickflip 50 grind was insane.
Sick, dude. I tried that 2 different sessions before I landed it.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that one. That was fucking crazy.
Dude, one of the first times I tried it, I did kickflip, drop down, try to grind, but I missed, and then it's like a longer drop on that side, so I straight legged it and like jammed my hip so bad, dude.
Yeah.
I was out for like a week of just like limping basically on my hip.
Yeah, angle iron, huh?
Yeah, dude, and I just like came down with all my weight on a stiff leg, and it just kept dropping down because the backside you just missed it, like. But I got it that night because Goonan kept like skating. He was getting me super hyped, and I landed like one trick I didn't think I was gonna do, and then I was like, well, I might as well just fucking try to battle this demon again, you know? Since I hurt myself, let's go, let's get it now. Just did it.
I thought you were gonna say like you slipped off like on the shin side and like banged shins all up on the angle iron. That's always the worst when you fucking hit yourself off angle iron or something like that, you know?
Dude, and just rub your whole shin down. You just have purple and blood.
It peels your fucking shin up like a cheese grater would.
Dude, it's so gnarly. Like, the average person that doesn't do much every day has no idea the pain of that.
Like, Ray, imagine if they were, like, just walking. I always think like that about, like how much pain that you have to, like, endure while skating. Like, if a normal person slips and skins their shin, like, off on, like, an angle iron ledge, you're gonna be fucking freaking out.
Yeah.
Us, we're just like, fuck, I don't even want to look at it right now. I'll just keep skating, look at it later.
Yeah, that I just try not to do that anymore nowadays, but I used to do that all the time.
You're like, I know it's bleeding and there's skin hanging off, but yeah, I think I'll leave it in my pants or something.
I gotta keep trying this trick until I can't walk, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think of that too, like with the average person that doesn't do anything physical, like, when you ever go to the doctors, they're always trying to like prescribe you some pills or like do something like that, or they're always surprised by the pain tolerance. Like, I feel like skateboarding just gives you a stronger pain tolerance.
It does, and it's weird too because it's like you can be hurt like anywhere. It doesn't matter. You can like fall on your face. I don't know what break a finger, like something like that. You know, it's like your whole body. It's not just banging your shins or like hurting your ankles or knees, you know?
Yeah, because it's your whole body. Like, you could break anything, your teeth, like everything. There's something to hit. Especially if you stay in it for a long time, you just like, you roll the dice.
You're gonna rack those injuries right up.
I try to be like a little smarter nowadays. I practice like a lot of fundamentals. Actually, I do skateboard lessons because that helps me like try to re-show someone how to balance. Like, because I get all these beginners, so I get to be skating and like showing them it and watching them do it for the first time. So I'm like, it's keeping me like sharp on my board, which is nice, you know.
Yeah, it's like, it reawakens your skills while you're teaching it to them in a way.
Yeah, for sure it feels that way. It's definitely the best thing for sure because there's so many cool kids getting into skateboarding right now. It's insane to see it.
Where do you teach that, at Edge?
Yeah, at Edge.
That's awesome, dude. I worked up in Waterville Valley, New Hampshire, at a
been there, and I saw a bear. I saw a bear when I was there.
Oh, you've been there, yeah, okay, hell yeah.
That place is epic.
It was so fun, yeah, and there's bears everywhere, like digging through the trash and shit at night.
We put chicken out just so we could attract one in at the time.
That's like the main thing you're not supposed to do, but like, yeah, fuck it.
It was like off hours, and like the dude running it was like Ralph. You know Ralph?
Yeah, Ralph, dude. Oh man, I miss him. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah, me neither. Me too. I miss him. I haven't seen him in a while either.
think he runs Red Alert now, right, or something like that. The park?
No, not anymore. He was though. He was.
Good dude.
Such a legend.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting summer living up there with him and crew.
That's sick. What would you guys do? Just go swimming a bunch, skate, fucking rage?
Dude, yeah. So near a little ways away from the park, they had like rented a house for us. So we had like this whole like 3-story crazy like mountain house.
Damn.
And like basically it was just like we were skating. It was during the week, so we had the weekends off. But a lot of weekends we would just stay up there. Yeah, we would just skate and teach the kids all day. That you could take them mountain biking. Like there was like a giant Olympic-sized pool you could go to let them swim at and stuff. And then like obviously most of the kids just kind of wanted to skate. It was like that was it. They were mainly interested in.
That's sick.
Yeah, and then like a lot of the kids from the camp, like ended up. I'm sure a lot of them ended up stopping skating, but a couple of the kids who still are still with it, like Rip. Like I had that dude Taylor Clark.
Sick. That's Shredder.
Him, he fucking kills it now. A couple other rippers too. He's just the first one that came to mind.
Yeah, skate camps are sick. It's a little different than like the lessons I do. I do like a one-on-one lesson usually. Like
yeah, for sure. That's awesome.
Yeah, like the group dynamic, it gets a little harder because there's like a lot of people and everyone's trying to like, it's like different, you know. If you're past beginner and you're like, and they're like a little more advanced and can be like autonomous, then it's like camps are fucking sick, you know.
I think we had the groups of 7, and we would try and like keep the kids like with like the same almost skill levels, so you could like teach them as a group easier.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, because the one-on-one thing obviously is the best, but it's hard when there's like, I think there was like 7 counselors or something like that, to, I don't know, 40 kids or something.
Damn, that's a good amount, 40 kids.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. So it was like new kids every week basically. Some kids would stay for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's sick.
The one-on-one thing though is definitely like the best way to fully get somebody to understand like especially the basics. I feel like, you know.
Yeah, like the way I look at it is just like if I can get them balanced and pushing and like be able to pop the tail up and skate mini ramp a little bit, then they'll just like be autonomous and they almost don't need me, you know? Just like
yeah. Once I feel like a lot of times like once kids will get like dropping in,
yeah,
then they're just like it's almost they can, you know, they learn how to ollie and then drop in, and then it's like you got this now.
Yeah, it's just getting all those like the fundamentals. Like what I just show them is like how to carve and turn and how to like basically fall like on a minor level, you know, just like go out of their comfort zone. Yeah. And I try to figure out where they're at and if they can just hit like if they can get one push going, and then usually we can get them going, and then it's pretty sick. And then I just have homies skating with me. No more lessons.
Yeah, yeah, right. Hell yeah, I know. Because it's always like, all right, can you push? And then if they can, then that's like hell yeah, because they already have a little grasp, you know.
Yeah, it does help though, like to have someone like introduce you to people and to kind of just tell you like to pitfalls to watch out for so you don't get hurt, you know. Like there's kids get out there and they're so excited they see other people doing it, and I see them just jump. Their parents like get them aboard and they just send them out there, and I'm like. They almost die. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. And go right up to an 8-foot ramp or something. Jump in. Oh my god.
Yeah, you gotta like tell them like, yo, we gotta crawl first and figure out like how to really ride this thing without really getting too buck at first.
Yeah, you have to grasp like the control aspect.
Yeah, at the mini ramp, that's my favorite because you just pump back and forth, and like that causes you to find balance because you're trying to stay on, you know, and it's low impact, and like that's the best.
That really is the best. You get like they get like a center of gravity over the board.
Yeah, dude.
It's easy to like when you're teaching them to drop in, you can like lay them down, like so they just like. You hold their hands and like lay them down when they fall back because everybody falls back.
Yeah. You kind of walk them to the ground.
Yeah, it's like the funniest. I remember like having kids that were like taller than me, who were like 13, And they're like, "You're not gonna catch me." I'm like, "I will catch you. I got you. You're not gonna get broke."
And then that's the day you drop them. You're like, oh.
Right? Oh shit.
Welcome to skateboarding. You're gonna have to learn how to take a slam, my son.
Yeah, for real. If you're not willing to slam, it's just not even. It's not even worth it because it's gonna happen.
Yeah, especially like the long. That's why like nowadays it's good to do. I like doing skateboard lessons. I can only do them on the weekends because it's like the time that I just like pick time to do it that I'd want to do it, and it's like I don't have much free time to do them, but I do them consistently every weekend. But it's just like awesome to do that in the morning, and then like I feel sharp on my board because you just practice the basics, you know, and roll around and like. Whereas, like, sometimes when you've been skating for, say, 20 years or whatever, how long you been skating, Serge?
Like probably around 15 years, I guess.
Damn sick. Yeah, 15 years in, you're just, like, go to the place to skate and you just get carried away before you even, like, did some basics, you know? Like, that's so easy to do.
How many times you've been super excited to skate, you rush right into the park and get smoked, you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's like, oh, shit. Back to the basics, dude.
Yeah. That always helps, you know. It's like even to just like push around for like a half an hour before anything.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to work up like a sweat and then go from there.
Yeah, that's what I'm always trying to do is like let's touch our toes, let's push around, like get your heart beating, like do you feel your legs? My big thing is like go from the bottom up, like let's not learn to drop in, but let's ride the ramp up so you can figure out how to balance on it and feel it out and like sick.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, sick.
Like if they can get their body weight like up and then back down the ramp safely and like control it, and then it's all uphill.
It's crazy because some people are really good, really quick too. It's amazing. Like I'll show someone a concept, just like, oh yeah, try this and see, experiment, and this is why, and then they'll just do it. And some people just pick it up so quick. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. Oh my god, it is crazy. Like they're like, you're like, oh, have you ever like ollied or anything, and then you show them like once, and then they figure out how to pop the board up like super fast. That's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. Some people just have balance. A lot of the kids too, like they have multiple things their parents have them do, so they got like other disciplines or something that they do. You know?
Yeah, what like other sports or something?
Yeah, exactly. Or like jujitsu, or like boxing, or karate, or like some other thing where they've practiced using their body and figuring out space and time and like pressure and like all those things that come with skating.
Yeah, I mean that will definitely help a lot too. Any sports, anything physical, really.
Yeah, it's like
definitely they learn.
Yeah, you learn your limits, you know.
Absolutely.
Dude, speaking of that, I want to talk about the car accident you had, or the.
Oh yeah, I knew you were gonna bring that up at some point.
Sickest clip ever, though.
God, yeah, so crazy.
All right, let's start with that day. Start me from the beginning of that day and take me there.
All right. So I was with Dave, my good friend Nikki Lamarche.
Hell yeah.
My friend Andy Mack filmed it. He filmed like a lot of the shape videos and stuff like that, and some thanks camera clips and all that. We just filmed a lot with him back in the day. Actually, Taylor Clark was there. I just mentioned him from skate camp. I think it was like the first day we picked him up to like go street skating. And then I don't know. I can't remember who else. But I remember them all being there. So yeah, Dave was like out scouting for spots, and he found that like that rail into the hill. I think it was like Revere or something like that, Revere Beach. And we like had gone there. I think I had gone there maybe to look at it before or something. I don't know. It was like first spot of the day, so we just went there. And we were just like, it was super low, so it was so easy to like ollie over the rail into the hill.
Yeah, it looked fun. It looked like you could skate it and get some tricks, you know?
Yeah, it was super, super good. I didn't really see much of anything go down there, which is crazy. I'm sure when people saw that happen to me, they're like, oh, I'm not fucking going there.
You ended it, bro.
Yeah, right. That was it. So I don't know. I ollied over a couple times, and I wanted to blunt slide it, so I hopped on a few. I actually landed one, like right, like a few tries before that, but like my front foot like came off as I like popped off the rail.
Oh man.
So I was like, oh, I want to do a better one, and I felt like that one was a little more solid, and I just fucking rode it right into the road, and got hit by the truck.
That was a box truck.
Yeah, it was like I think it was like an electrical company. So I don't know. Yeah, it was like all compartments and shit like that, and I didn't get like knocked out at all, like because I didn't hit my head.
Wow, that didn't knock you out.
No, it didn't. It just kind of hit the side of my body, like right where my hip and like right kind of under my shoulder are, and it just sent me flying, and I landed in the middle of the road, like sitting straight up, and I think I was wearing like a wife beater or something like that, like a tank top. So like I couldn't breathe at all when I realized I was sitting up in the middle of the road. I couldn't breathe. I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on? And the guy who hit me was already like in my face, being like, he was like, I'm on the phone with the ambulance. He's like, just don't move. And then Dave like rushed right over to me, and he's like, he's like, you okay? And then everybody ended up coming over, and I finally could start breathing again, and I kind of like got up, and there was like a little rock wall on the sidewalk, and I just kind of sat on it, and like I was like super dizzy. I had like a huge cut on my back from like road rash. Like it like skinned my back like in this huge area, like right on my like left shoulder blade.
Oh yeah, like the whole patch probably. That was probably the gnarliest scab to pick.
Dude, it sucked. It scabbed over and ended up being like, it took like, I don't know, like all summer for the fucking thing to heal. But then, so after that, I'm like sitting on this wall, and they're like, we're gonna call the ambulance. But I thought like at first I had thought like my ribs like were broke or something, you know? Yeah,
I was gonna say, you like, how fast do you think that truck was going, and it hit you right in the side, huh?
Yeah, right on my hip and like rib cage area is where it like mainly hit me. But it must have been going like 30, 35 at least.
Dude,
it was like a stop sign or a stoplight, like a little ways down. So the cars are like accelerating. They're not like at a steady pace.
Yeah. Dude, you could have died easily. For sure.
Yeah, dude, I had like a few mini panic attacks about thinking about that after like that summer, because I was like, wow, what the fuck? Like, can't believe I just didn't stop and just skated into that road. But so I'm sitting on this wall, right?
Yeah.
And then I realize nothing's wrong with me, so I'm like, yo, I just want to let's just get out of here. Like, I'm over this. Like, I don't want to go in an ambulance because I know it's expensive and annoying. So everyone's like, nope, you're going in an ambulance, and I'm like, fuck, all right. So ambulance comes and picks me up, puts me on a full like stretcher and everything, like in a neck brace, and I just felt ridiculous. And I like get to the hospital, and they did like because I had to explain to like 6 doctors to like explain what happened to me, because they're like, well, nothing seems to be like super broken. Like, are you sure it happened? Like, did you hit your head? And I'm like, no, I definitely didn't hit my head. And they took me and put me in a full body like MRI tube thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't have any. They said there was no breaks or anything, like not even like a fracture. So I'm just like, holy shit! And they just kind of cleaned my back cut up. And I actually went out skating to another spot. We were all packed, like I think in Dave's car, and he came back. They came back to the hospital and got me, and we went to those ledges in like Charlestown that everyone, I don't know, for some reason was calling them London ledges.
Yeah, it's like red brick, and they're slightly downhill.
Yeah, you've been there.
Such a cool spot.
Yeah, I love that spot. So
you went skating after you got hit by this box truck?
Well, I didn't skate personally. I just went because that was the first spot of the day, and I was already in the car, so I'm like, we might as well at least go somewhere else. And we went there for a little bit and watched the video, and it was like kind of crazy. And then we just ended up going back home to like Lowell, and and then that was that. And I just kind of didn't really want to show anyone that footage for a little while because it was like, kind of traumatizing, to see that. And I just like held on to it for a while before I was like, oh, we'll show it to people,
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was gonna say they should have showed it to the doctors, because then they'd believe you. They'd be like, "Oh, you maybe should just lay down for a while or something."
Yeah.
Take a nap, Serge. Take a nap.
Yeah, right. I can't remember if we did show it to the doctors or not. I don't remember. But yeah, that was I think it was like a year or something before I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. Because I knew it was like, oh, once everyone sees that, it's just gonna be like, oh, like that's like all they're gonna be talking about,
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, yeah, he has video parts, but like, okay, did you see the clip of him get hit by the car?
Well, I mean, that's sick though. You survived it. They know you can take a slam.
Yeah, yeah, right.
For real, right?
There it is.
That's what's gnarly, because if you watch the video, it looks like you could have died so easy. I can't believe nothing was broken. And how long do you think you were out of breath for?
Dude, I was like winded for what felt like probably like a half an hour, because I was like panicking. I was like, oh my god, like is one of my ribs cracked like through my lung, dude? I'm like, I had figured out I just got hit by a car. I'm like, okay, I'm probably fucked up, like, but then I felt like my ribs and everything felt like all together and stuff. Like I had a huge bruise on my hip too. It was like, and a little cut, but like it looked like an eggplant or something on my hip. It was gnarly.
Dude, unbelievable, man. Fucking that's the gnarliest one for sure. You don't see many of those.
Yeah, so
that would give me many panic attacks for a while too, for sure.
Yeah, I just had one kind of major one. I remember I was like talking to my sister, and I was like, "Holy shit! Like I almost just died." Like, so I kind of took it all in right there, and I was like, "All right, yeah, it is what it is. It happened. I'm safe."
Yeah, yeah, true. It's
yeah.
Good. How long's it been?
Damn, I think I might have been in between 20 and 21, because I think I might have been 21. I think I could go to bars and stuff or whatever. I can't. Yeah, I think I was. I think I went and had a beer that night to like calm down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But damn, that's like a lifetime ago, so that's good.
Yeah.
Didn't the clip get onto like TV somehow?
Yeah, we had my friend from Florida, my friend Brandon Kuzma, was on TOSH.O, and he ended up seeing the video, so we sent it to him, and he like sent it to the producers or whatever, and then they got in contact with me and wanted to have me on the show. So yeah, I went and did like a web redemption with them.
Damn, that's so crazy.
Yeah. And it was, dude, they like surprised me with having like Tony Hawk on the show too. So I got to hang out and meet him for like the day. It was fucking wild.
What? That's so cool. That's such a cool thing to do.
And yeah, Daniel Tosh is pretty sick too.
Did you have to fly somewhere to do that?
Yeah, they flew me to LA, or I don't know if it was LA. It's at Vans Park, I think. I don't know what area that's in, but
was it Huntington Beach?
Oh yeah, it was Huntington. Yeah, it's where they do like the Vans Bowl party every year or whatever.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that park.
That's crazy. So you just hung out with Tony Hawk and Daniel Tosh?
Yeah, and filmed a little skit of his.
For his show, that's a web redemption.
Yeah, that's what they call it. They have people that they like have on the show, and they act with them. This guy, like near the park, had this family. He had like a pool in his backyard, and he drained it for us, and we like filmed a little like skit in his pool too.
Damn, that's sick.
Yeah, it was something else, dude.
Yeah, did you feel like you're tripping out? Just kind of tripping out a little bit, like this is strange.
Yeah, I was like, what the Because they didn't tell me that about the Hawkman. I just like walk into this house and I like see him sitting in a chair getting like his face fucking painted, like because they do that to to film the TV show.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, the fuck? I was like, is that Tony Hawk, dude? What the hell's going on? And all the producers for that show are like super cool, and they're like, oh, we couldn't wait to see your face. And I was like, yeah, dude, holy shit, that's surprising. What? I was like shocked. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's insane.
That was definitely a trip right there.
Do you got any nicknames because of it? Boxcar or anything?
No, nothing like that.
Have to
been funny,
figure one out for sure.
Yeah. I'm sure somebody will mention it, like or make up a nickname like that.
Yeah, man, we were watching that footage on probably like the last maybe 2 episodes ago, and I was just like, holy shit, dude, I can't believe like. And I've seen some of the web redemption stuff, but I got to go back and rewatch it tonight actually.
Yeah, it's my acting skills aren't really too good, so that's funny part, I guess.
It was your first time trying?
I mean, yeah, trying with a TV show. Actually, you know what? Speaking of that, Daniel Tosh just throws a piece of paper on the ground and reads off it.
No shit.
Yeah, it's that fun, dude.
Hey, that works. Good for him, man.
No, whatever works. I'm killing it. Still.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Yeah. But yeah, that's I'm glad that's all over with.
Would you ever do more of that stuff, you think? Like, if you ever do you ever think about trying that? Like acting? Try jobs like that?
I've never really like looked for anything like that, but I mean, if the opportunity presented itself, I'd probably go with it.
Yeah, you did. You kind of did already with that one, so.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, why not? Like, let's do this. They paid me too. I think they paid me like $1,000 or something like that.
Damn, that's pretty legendary.
Which was awesome because I had like no money at that point. So I was like, what? Let's get it.
Yeah, dude, that's insane. You got hit by a truck and you end up on Tosh.5. What is it?
Tosh.0.
Tosh.0. You end up on there.
Yeah.
That's insane, dude. That's so crazy, man.
Dude, okay, so, and then, alright, so after all this, right, I'm like, alright, I have insurance companies calling me about all that shit, and I'm like, yeah, it was my fault, whatever, I don't want any money, I'm not hurt, I just want it to go away. So then, the company, whose truck it was, tried to, like, sue me for damaging their truck and not paying for it, because the hood got dented, and the headlight broke, and, like, I'm like, I couldn't even believe it. I'm like, dude, I got hit by this thing. Like, I didn't, like, take a bat and smash the fucking truck, you know?
Yeah, it wasn't intentional. Like, shit happens, you know? That's why you have insurance. It's not like you sued them or anything, and there was no, like, bullshit like that, right?
Yeah, no, they tried to sue me for that, and I'm like, I don't know. We had, like, a lawyer do something with it. I don't know. I think my mom ended up handling that one or something like that.
Yeah, that's wild. What the fuck are they? Dude, crazy. They should have just spun it for an ad for themselves.
Right?
They get rights to the footage.
Dude. I was just shocked. I was like, holy shit, man. People are fucking crazy.
Yeah, man. Especially after you just almost died.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, couldn't we just, like, bury this and just not do that at all?
Yeah, like it just happens. This shit happens occasionally. Like life happens, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, accidents happen every day. I mean, that one was a little unique.
Yeah. I thought the truck was going like 40 at least. So you're saying like 35, which is still that's insane.
Yeah, it could have been. I don't know. There wasn't any real any gauge on how fast it was going. I don't know. It was just accelerating for sure.
I was gauging off the video. It looked like it was flying, dude. I was like, holy. Yeah. It sent you like 50 feet at least, right? Half a footballer?
I think so, yeah. I don't know. It was definitely a sail, that's for sure.
Have you ever tried a trick that felt like that?
Nah, not quite as bad. I mean, I kind of did like a flip or something. I've never like tried to backflip unless I was going into a foam pit. But, like, never really tried to backflip down like a 10 stair or anything.
Imagine if you landed on your feet, just kept running.
Dude. I probably would have just like collapsed because of the initial hit.
Yeah, true. It's brutal. Yeah, that's like I'm trying to think. I've been in like one car accident and I wasn't driving. I was just like a passenger. It wasn't anything bad. I always think of that. I'm like, those things are like so brutal. Like it's such a serious situation, you know?
Yeah. I've actually been in quite a few car accidents too.
Really?
Yeah, dude. So, all right. When I first got my driver's license, my parents or my dad he had this car that my grandparents, I don't know, I think he bought it off them, and it was in pretty good condition. It was like a Cutlass Oldsmobile. So he just kind of gave it to me for my first car, and the thing was like super solid. And we were like fixing up a few things on it, and I was out skating one day after school. So I was like, oh, okay, like I went over to John Coyne's house, and his parents like had a hot tub.
Yeah.
So we skated. It was cold out. It was like winter. So then we went in his hot tub, and I was like, all right, I gotta leave. I gotta go home for school. I was like super tired, and I had the heat like blasting in my car. And from the town he lived in back to my house, it was probably like, I don't know, like a 40-minute drive between my parents and his parents. So I ended up falling asleep, and I like veered off the side of the road and hit a telephone pole.
Holy shit, dude!
My car went right through it, like right through the telephone pole, and I woke up to that, and I'm like, my windshield's busted out, the front of my car is like absolutely destroyed, like an accordion.
What?
And I'm still driving in this yard, and I had been hit with the airbag, so I like tried to turn my car back onto the road, and luckily there was a side street like right at the end of this guy's yard, so I just turned onto that, and I stopped, and I got out of the car, and I didn't know, like, I had no idea what happened, and I thought, like, I flipped the car, because the whole roof was caved in, too, like, close to my head.
Gnarly.
And then, also, again, I was, like, completely unharmed by that. Like, that time, though, I didn't even have a scratch on me, and this guy comes out of his house. I didn't even move. I just sat like right next to the car, and then obviously the cops showed up quick. And the guy's like, he's like, "What happened?" I'm like, honestly, like, I don't know. I'm like, I think I may have flipped the car. He's back. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go look around. And then he comes back, and he's like, you don't know what happened? And I'm like, no, man. Like, I'm like kind of freaking out here. I'm like, I was like 16 or 17, so I'm like in high school. I'm like, I just gotta go to school tomorrow. I don't fucking know. And he's like, dude, the telephone pole's hanging from the wires up there. And I'm like, wow, I hit a telephone pole. Like, okay, holy shit. So I called my mom, and her and my brother came and picked me up, and just like, yeah, I don't know. I went to see the car like the next couple of days, and it was completely like destroyed.
You just fell asleep? Yeah. You were just like tired driving?
Yeah, I guess. I was just super tired, and like the heat was blasting. I was still wet from the hot tub because I literally got out of it and like dried off. Like I think my hair was like wet still, and I just hopped in my car and drove home, like started driving home. It was later at night, like I don't know, probably 10 p.m. or so, and just then that happened, and I just like. I kind of nodded off or whatever. I don't know.
That's insane.
Like, anytime I'm tired while I'm driving now, I'm just like, I either pull over, just sleep, or just like I don't fuck with that at all anymore. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, you fucking seduced yourself in the hot tub, dude. Made yourself all comfy.
I guess so.
That's funny.
There's another near-death experience. I actually have another one too.
Keep going, please.
Dude, so all right. It was like I was in SF, so I did a cross country trip with a bunch of my Florida friends, and we ended up going from like Florida up to North Carolina to pick up a homie, then all the way across country, full blown like big ass van trip with like I think there was like 12 of us.
Damn, sick.
12 of us. So we had a big crew. So make it all the way across country safe. We get to SF. We're like sleeping in Double Rock, the skate park, and one day it like rains, so like no, we can't go out street skating at all. So we take the van and we're just like going around picking up other homies, and we're all packed in the car, and I think there was like 15 of us in the car at this point in the van. So you know the like I can't remember the area at SF. I haven't really been there too much in a long time, but it's like where the big train trolleys are outside. So there's like platforms that people walk up the stairs to get on. It's like the subway but outside.
Yeah, I do know it.
So it's raining. It's rainy, and we're all in the car, and we're all packed in the van. Like some people are just kind of like standing because I think we're just going back to Double Rock to go like skate in the park and just like I don't know, hang out all day at night. And
Hey, that park's fun too, right? Super tight and steep, I feel like.
oh yeah, that park's amazing. They changed it up actually I didn't change it up too much. I think I just watched the Double Rock the other day. It basically looks the same, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's super good. So we're in the van, just packed in there. It's wet, it's rainy. My friend, actually Brandon Kuzma, who I was just talking about with the TOSH.O thing.
Yeah, shout out. Choo choo.
Yeah. He was driving, and because it was his van, he planned like the whole trip and everything like that. So he pulls up to this light, or this. It's like an area where you're not supposed to turn, like into the train track. It's right next to the road.
Oh man.
So he pulls up, and the light I believe was red, and he just because I was in the very back, so he turns onto the train track as the train's coming, and it hits the van, dude.
Oh my god. Dude, you've been in like the worst.
Yeah, I have some insane car accident stories. The van gets hit, and it goes across one. The train's like pushing us because the ground's wet. Thank God it was, because the van probably would have flipped over.
Yeah.
So we're like getting pushed by this van, and we cross like that train track into the next train track where there is probably, I don't remember, but there's like it's like a head-on train if the one was coming, you know.
Oh man.
So it would have chopped the van in half. But instead we keep getting pushed by the train, and it hits the platform. And then it just like they put on their brakes and like everything stopped, but it was like the most chaotic like thing ever. My friend was dead asleep next to me, and it hit the window like of the middle seat. And another friend of ours, this dude Salim, was like sleeping, and he got hit. The train hit the window he was sleeping on, so he got knocked completely out.
Holy shit!
And then my friend Brandon, who was driving, like got the glass like exploded, and like some got in his eye. He had to have like an eye operation. Nicky, who was in the van with us, he jumped out of the broken window and like gashed his hand wide open. Had to go get stitches. Just like, dude, it was still raining out. Like, people are bleeding, people are screaming. The fucking news shows up.
Yeah, because like a car accident, I get maybe a bike in a car, maybe some pedestrians fighting, a train getting taken out, you know?
Dude, it was...
That's newsworthy, bro.
Yeah. Dude, the news lady comes up, she's like, what happened? Like, she's got like her microphone and the big camera, like guys right behind her, like exactly like you would see like in a movie or on TV. I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like talking to some of us. I didn't like have enough patience to talk to them, but dude, I can like show you the news thing about it, because it shows like the van and everything. It's on like the San Francisco news channels and shit. It was like so ridiculous. But
no shit.
I mean, after that, we just Nicky went to the hospital. Brandon, who was driving, went to the hospital, and we just went back to the park, and we're all just mind blown, like, what the fuck? We're like alive.
Dude, heavy. That's fucking insane. You're in a train accident. Car, van, train accident.
Van and train colliding. Like,
dude.
Yeah, but that pretty much concludes my near-death experiences.
That's unbelievable. Crazy, man.
Right.
Everyone was like, it was devastation. It sounded like everyone had a long time to recover from that one.
Yeah. So, dude, I gotta find the newscasting send you because it's ridiculous. We actually filmed like a whole cross country like road trip video too.
Really?
I can show you.
Yeah.
It's online. So I think it's on Vimeo.
Oh yeah, you'll have to send me some links after for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's my friend, Brandon, who was driving, got the glass in his eye. He's also a filmer, and he made like a whole trip video and called it Lemonade.
Oh, sick! That's awesome.
Yeah, so he still does that too. He's like a freelance filmer. I think he lives in New York now. He's doing all that.
That's rad. He's been filming for a long time too.
Yeah. He filmed a couple of Florida videos. One I think he filmed one called Holy Cow.
Nice.
And then the shop out there was like Shred Shed. It was like Brad Crumber and like Joey Rigali, and those dudes skated for that shop.
Sick. Yeah, I've heard of them before.
Yeah.
The shop too, as well.
Yeah, they're pretty known skaters.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. I've seen like footage of you down in Florida, man. That's the connect down there, huh? Just go down south.
Yeah, those dudes, we'd always stay with them, and it's just such a different place than like Mass, you know. It's like super cool to go like and see other people's like areas and spots, especially because that's all we basically did there with skate.
Yeah, that's the best. We went down to Florida not that long ago. We went to Orlando and skated with Timmy and Dalton and Adam. We were shredding.
Hell yeah. I actually ran into Timmy a few months ago out here. He lives up in Oceanside, I think, right?
Yeah, not too far. You guys are pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close.
That's sick. Yeah, Timmy, like we went down there and we did Surf Expo for 2 days, shredded a mini ramp with a bunch of people. It was super fun. 2 days of it, and we skated some flat ground. It was pretty epic. And then we had time to just go street skate, so we took 2 days and just lurked around like Orlando area and Melbourne and stuff, and checked out that new skate park, Melbourne skate park. That thing's sick as hell.
Oh, I haven't seen that. It sounds tight though.
Yeah, it's super fun, man. And then back up here, dude. Right now we're having a winter storm, dude.
Yeah, I know. I was talking to one of my buddies earlier. He was telling me it was snowing. And you guys haven't really got that much snow this winter, huh?
No, dude. It's been pretty nice, man. We've been very fortunate up to this point. And then, it's just ice. It's icing over now. I hope it just like rains again and is gone, dude.
Yeah. Because you guys had one big storm, and then it was like degrees out. It melted everything, right?
Yeah, it's been strange, man. I've been saying it the whole time. Like we still haven't had winter, you know. But today felt like a winter day, you know. It was like freezing cold. We've had some cold days, but we've also had like t-shirt weather. I went out street skating like last weekend or something. It's crazy.
And it was like 60, right?
Yeah, it was super nice out.
I remember talking to somebody, I think my mom, and she was like, "It's freaking beautiful out today."
Yeah, it's been insane. I'm like people are still going, you know, but I don't know. Like, hope if it rains again, we'll be good, you know. Yeah,
wash all the snow away. I mean, shit. That might mean it could be a late winter. Maybe I'll get to see some of it because I'm about to be home in a couple weeks.
Come to the edge once you get home, man.
Ah, dude, I definitely will.
Look, definitely hit me up. We'll have to go shred.
Hell yeah, I haven't been there in so long. I missed that place.
Yeah, sick, man. I'm hyped to have you back on the East Coast too.
Hell yeah, we gotta get some sessions in.
Yeah, definitely, and we could do these podcasts in person too. It'll be fun.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, you usually have videos, right?
Yeah, I live like 10 minutes from Edge too, so like. Just come skate the park, and then we could podcast if you felt like it too. It'd be fun.
Hell yeah. That sounds fun. We should do that.
Hell yeah, man. Well, thanks for doing this, Serge.
Of course, man. It's been a while. I haven't really gotten a chance to talk to you in a minute. It's good catching up.
Yeah, man. I've just kind of been seeing you bounce around, and I like watched your skating, and definitely like a fan of your skating and how gnarly and your video parts are so heavy, man. I go back and I watch them for a long time. I would keep watching them, man. And it's just, it's sick, man. You put a lot of your life into skateboarding, and you've dodged death 3 times easily.
Dude, I know most people. I haven't really told too many people about the car accident. That shit's fucking insane. Like when I think about that, I'm just like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Gnarly. It's funny too because I never get a chance to talk about it, so it like brings out like being in those events again. I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah. It didn't.
But as far as you were saying that about my skating, man, I appreciate it. You know, I've always looked up to you back, like from back in the zoo days, your Zoo York days, and even before that too.
Hell yeah! Thanks, man. That means a lot.
Yeah.
It's just cool that we've just both like seen each other for years and years and years and seen our skating and gotten to know each other, and we keep seeing each other, so it's rad.
Yeah, hell yeah. I know, like, I remember, like, the first couple times, like, going out with, like, you and Hogan, I was like, yo, this is fucking sick, skating with Shetler.
Hell
It's,
yeah.
like, super hyped to meet you, and, like, obviously, you fucking have been ripping for, like, decades now, so.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Serge.
You know what? You haven't really lightened up that much, man. You're still hucking and grinding big ass rails and shit. You're still fucking killing it.
I'm working on my next part, though, for sure. It's been
Yeah,
like,
hell yeah, dude.
yeah.
I can't wait to see that. Is it gonna be a full length or?
Yeah, it's gonna be called Good Eye. Like All I Need Good Eye.
Oh, I seen that. I saw you guys put out like a couple trailers or one.
We put out one promo already.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man! I'm stoked to see that.
Yeah, everyone's been killing it, man. It's pretty crazy. Like, it's gonna be a pretty heavy video. I'm stoked to like be a part of it. You know.
Hell yeah, man! That's awesome. I mean, that's your brand too that you built up from scratch, man. So that's fucking super awesome.
Hell yeah! Thanks, man. Well, that's
is that?
Go ahead.
What's up?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, is Billy and like Corey have parts and stuff?
Yeah, Billy, Corey, Timmy, myself, Evan Mansalillo. He's been destroying it like heavy. Yeah. Kevin Clem will have a part. Sammy will have some footage in there. Sammy roasted his ankle. Sam Curran, he like films. You know Sammy skates?
I'm not sure if we've met, but I think I've heard his name.
Oh, he's been shredding and filming. He's like best friends with Kevin, and he roasted his ankle at the edge not that long ago. But he's getting better, man. Sick.
Yeah, well, I hope he heals up soon because he's got to have a fight in with the boys.
He's already got some clips, so he's definitely gonna have some in the video, and he's gonna edit it too. So, and he's been filming a bunch. He was coming out in a boot and stuff. Is fucking filming, dude.
That's like the skateboard one because you're like you can only sit inside for so long and you're like fuck it, let me just go out with you guys. Like,
yeah, it pulls you back in. You're like, dude, I just got hit by a truck and almost died, but let's go to the next spot, bro.
Let's go to these judges who's skating them.
Hell yeah, Serge. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. I enjoyed talking to you.